used to keep Jamaica. The kind of show that used to give out no for water. To reggae artists around the world and from Jamaica. New York City where him used to do the radio.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Reflections with Clinton Lindsay. And as usual, we try to bring to you some of the most knowledgeable, well-known international guests that we can get our hands on. And today is no different because we have a living legend. I mean, when I say living legend, this man has been around. This man has worn so many caps over the years. We're going to be talking to him. But before we do that, we're also going to be giving you the South Florida Top 25 chart and the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 chart. And we're going to take our first break. When we come back, oh my goodness, you're going to love my guest today. Coming back after this word.
This is Nigel Blair from BMG Tax and Accounting Services. Whether you're a small business owner, a manager at a medium-sized corporation, or a self-employed freelancer, the team at BMG Tax and Accounting Services is here for you. We offer comprehensive bookkeeping and tax services designed to keep your finances in check. Keeping track of your finances takes a fair amount of time, energy, and patience, and you probably have a lot of other things on your plate. So don't struggle to keep up with all that number crunching and paperwork. Our bookkeeping services are designed to make your life easier so you can focus on what you do best. At BMG, we're dedicated to client satisfaction and we're prepared to go the extra miles to earn your business and trust. We pride ourselves on attention to detail in all that we do, and we're ready to put our skills and knowledge to work for you. For more information about our services or to schedule a consultation.
Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancehall used to warm, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists over them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out no for water. To reggae artists around the world and from Jamaica. New York City where him used to do the radio.
All right, we are back. Thanks for staying with us right here on Reflections. And as promised, I'm going to introduce to you our living legend this afternoon, the one and only, Tommy Cowan. Tommy Cowan.
Yeah, blessed indeed.
Blessed indeed. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, Clinton.
We have done several over the years. We have done a few radio interviews, but I'm doing TV now.
Good.
So this is my first.
Yes.
So go easy on me, all right?
Well, you see, I heard you say the man was wearing many caps. I know you are the one with cap on.
Two, you know.
So.
Been in radio for 45 years and now doing, touching TV. Welcome.
Yes, thanks.
Now you have, I don't even know where to start with you because you've been active since I was a boy. I remember when I became conscious of Tommy Cowan was 1967. And I remember why that the same year I started realizing that, I love this business because at 11 years old, they asked me to play some tunes. And I remember the festival of 1967. My guardian was a cricketer up by Shedwin Park in Spanish Town. And every holiday they would have feasts, Innswood Sugar Estate. Mm-hmm. And this particular year, they asked me to play. They were playing dominoes and they were short of a guy and they asked the guy that was playing the sound to come on and play the dominoes. And the guy said to me, I was just standing there looking at the amplifier with the red lights going on. I said, man. And they said, my guardian was Carlton Hardy, and they called me Hardy Boy. The Hardy Boy come play 2 tunes. And I'm like, me? I know nothing. But the first song I played that afternoon was Baba Boom.
Oh my goodness.
The first song, and what I did, I just look at the label, read the label, and whatever was popular on the radio.
Yes.
I was rooting for, well, to be honest, I was rooting for the song that came number 3, the third song, Alan the
Vibrators.
because they were the upfront favorites.
On the move.
You remember?
Yeah, yes. Because Desmond Decker, Alan the Vibrators, and ourselves.
And you guys were at the bottom of the favorite list.
I'm telling you.
What turned for Baba Boom? I mean, I guess they came out in June, July, all the songs.
Yeah.
And the other favorite was Move Up Jamaica.
Yeah, other favorite because, of course, that was, I believe it was what you'd have called the intellectual tune of the time, and of course,
right.
what people say, Move Up Jamaica.
Right.
But it was actually between us, Desmond Decker, and Alan the Vibrators.
Right.
We were actually what I think Baba Boom was the roots. Tune of it was the Dark Horse.
Right.
As a matter of fact, the Minister of Education that year was Edwin Allen. And he had said, when Baba Boom became the festival song, Jamaican people had gone to their lowest ebb.
He said that?
Yes, and I had to look what was the meaning of that word.
The ebb.
Yeah.
No, but
what
I remember
was the people's song.
Yes, I remember because in those days they gauged the reaction at the final night. They weren't like, no, you can go online and vote.
Yeah.
It was the reaction. And I think what happened, from what I remember, that night, your song was so new to the people. It was a dance.
Yeah, we had the dance and everything.
Yes.
And but I tell you, time has proven it because that song has been done over hundreds of times by so many people. And we're still earning royalties from it.
No, you formed the Jamaicans.
No, not actually. I would not say that. I actually, before 1967, we actually had what was called the Pop and Mentor competition. And that Pop and Mentor competition became the festival song. Okay. And it was done the year before, too. Right. And we won that year.
Yes.
With a song called Waited So Long. And
and
Mentor.
Right.
And then they changed and had a Pop and Mentor, and you had the festival song in 1966. So we entered the Pop and Mentor again and won again, while Toots won with Bam Bam. Right. And then the next year we entered the festival song competition and Baba Boom won. Yeah.
No, what was your role in the group?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was a question. People want to know.
Yeah,
you weren't the lead singer,
right?
But you were the founder.
I was the leader.
The leader,
in those days, you had the leader of a group and you had the lead singer. You had the difference. So here you always had the leader of the Jamaicans, so and so, which would come and then you find out who was the lead singer. None of that. But we were called the Miracles. And we were around from 1964. And we sang in several competitive competition and all of that sort of a thing. Being out there with the Scatterlights and these other guys, Carlos Malcolm and these guys, and we did shows. And so, but how I became a member of the Miracles was that I was singing at a school concert with the Miracles were on the same, and after the show the guys asked me to join the group. And now after joining the group we met a man called Aston McEachran, who had like the Jamaica producer and the ship, and he drove his Rolls Royce, not his Rolls Royce, his Cadillac off the pink Cadillac off a ship in Kingston Wharf, brought it off. This guy heard about us and asked us to sing for himself and his girlfriend to have dinner. What? 5 of us singing, and this guy and him sit down. And when he was finished, he said, "Boys, I give you a shandy to drink." And he gave us shandy, which was a beer mixed with soft drink, right? And he says, "Boys, I tell you something. you should change your name to the Jamaicans. I thought it was kind of a thought. He said, remember I tell you, one day the Jamaican music will become very big all over the world. And you must be the first to be identified with it. Call yourselves the Jamaicans. And that was what really took
So there
place.
was no objection to calling yourself?
No, I thought it was kind of a thought,
right.
truthfully. But then after that, he said, when he explained what he was talking about, thought it was kind of a far-fetched. You know?
When you're a leader, the boss of a group, and you're, cause a lot of groups today, and even back then, there's always some sort of competition about who's gonna sing lead. From what I understand and what I observe over the years, you don't have no problem with just being the boss of the group. You don't necessarily have to be the lead singer.
No, not really, because you see what really happened. You really determine as the leader of a group the direction in which you're going, the songs you sing, who sing them. So you would have songs that one sing lead, or you sing two lead, and one three, or you would sing different parts, or you would sing one song here. Because, for instance, we decided a group had done a song called Guns Fever, and we presented that song so good that we decided, so I would come out and lead a song about, did you read the news? I'm a bit confused. The gun fever is back, you know. And he said, when a rude boy cap his lead, you don't know what it means. And you go through all that. So we decided on this kind of a thing. And I did some songs, but Norris Weir, who, you know, my brethren, who I mean, my heart feels it because, you know, we lost him a few years ago. And just this week, we lost the other member of the Jamaicans, Martin Williams. And Norris was such a gifted guy that, you know, it would really be wrong to really just try and hide his talent under, even though any of us could have taken the lead, but he was a brilliant guy, man.
And you know, since you brought it up, I'm gonna just go on it. I was gonna bring it up later. How does it feel for you to be now the sole survivor of this legendary group? What kind of feeling goes through?
It's a mixed feeling that, you know, one, you think to yourself, you know, God has been good, so somebody is here to tell the story. And the other side of it is that, you know what, just a few years ago, I said we were the only group with all members alive. And now we are here, but I think it's more like you're happy to know that you have been given the chance to contribute. No, I believe the important part is, how do I pass it on? I think Colin spoke about that. How do I pass it on? Because if anything that you have about yourself that is good and it dies with you, that's a failure. You must need to pass it on. Your success is not in you, it's in your successor.
I'll take that. Over the years, Tommy Cowan, you have done so many things that people don't know, that you have played such an instrumental role. What was the name of your label? Talent something?
Talent Corporation was the company, but we had different labels, such as we had Star Apple.
Star Apple, that's you too?
Yeah.
You're kidding me? That you put out some wicked tune, brethren.
City, MC label.
How do you segue from being
top ranking, man?
Top ranking, yes.
Top ranking with Roger and them boys in a search.
How do you segue from being a member of a group to being a producer, manager, talent scout, and all of those things? Was it easy for you, being that you have that experience as a part of the Jamaicans?
I don't think it's an easy role, because you know, some people say you're multifaceted, you're this. Then other people say you know everything. But,
it's true.
Because when you think of some persons, when you think of Michael Jordan, what you think of? Basketball. When you think of Muhammad Ali, you think of one thing.
Right.
You know, boxing.
But that's not the
You
case
think
with
of
you.
Pele, you think of
soccer.
football.
Yeah.
And it's when you think of Bob Marley, he concentrated on his music as a musician. When you become a producer, this or that. But what you have to appreciate about life is that God moves in mysterious ways for his wonders to perform. And so over the year, I did not understand this, but there's always, and it still bothers me a little bit. I tell her that last night, a song just kept going through my head, a song I recorded with a youth, and all night last night I couldn't sleep without this song. Oh, I miss you, yes I do. Baby, you know I love you, but I miss you. Was an 11-year-old kid called Stuart Nelson.
I saw that article. I never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
and I said to myself, there goes Tommy again.
I hear,
but you know, what opened my eyes to you, and enough respect to you, a couple of years ago, Junior Tucker had his 50th anniversary thing.
Yeah.
And he had a play of his life. And you were like the central figure. I didn't know you and Junior Tucker were that deep. When you first saw the 7-year-old kid, what did you see?
Wow, I saw promise. Yeah.
I saw promise.
I saw promise. I had a touch and an experience of his uncle Jimmy Tucker, who just recently died. And that was the first singer I experienced actually face to face, coming from country into Kingston. And my aunt, who attended Linda's church, brought him home after church and said, "Sing." And and he was in my living room singing. And I thought, you know, I'm growing up in the country and I saw my first gramophone. I thought the man was in the gramophone.
Like all of us. I thought the guys that
were
Jane
and Louisa will soon come home. Much is the Lord in the window and all of these songs. So, on a gramophone, and then I'm seeing the singer for the first time because, you know, and I've heard of him and just seen, having experienced radio now, and this kid was hearing of this kid who would walk into the radio station and sing, and now to see him live. And so when Junior came along, I just said, wow, this entire family is talented, and so is Junior Tucker.
Now, in the play though, they portray you at one point as you made him his father jealous. The father was sort of jealous of you.
Yeah, I took him
and Junior would have to decide between you or his real dad.
Yeah.
That was so for real?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Tommy, I mean,
my family, he grew up like, we kind of take him in the house, and so much stories, man. Even preparing him, I used to hold him under the water, take him to the sea, and hold him under the water, so he can draw breath to have him. And I used to run back and ask him to run me down and all of that sort of thing. And she started to cry. I can't take no more. I said, I'm running back quick.
Yeah, right. So when you see him today, what kind of relationship?
Oh man,
you still have that father son?
Love. It's the same love. It's a lot of love.
No, I was the first person to bring to Jamaica's attention via Barry G's program that there will be a version of Reggae Sunsplash that's going to be opening in the USA in July. Barry G didn't know that. He said, "Clinton, are you sure?" I said, "Yes, they're going to be." And one of the things that Barry learned from that conversation was that you were going to be the MC of that show. How did that come about? I've never known you to be an MC. How did you get that job?
Oh man, that's another story.
Give us a little piece of that.
Well, okay. With the Jamaicans, what happened is that Byron Lee saw me. One of the things I also did, I became the marketing manager eventually, from a salesman to the marketing manager of Dynamic Sounds, handling the labels of Atlantic, Polygram, Motown Records. I got to meet all of these guys from Amit and Emmett Ertigan. I met Michael Jackson, these guys as kids handling Motown Records. And when I would do the shows, Byron would watch me hand my guys and ask me.
When you do the shows with the Jamaicans?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they asked me to say, why don't you talk on the stage? And then there was a guy called Tony Verity.
I remember from RJR.
after when Tony Verity would do his spot on the shows as the MC and the Jamaicans would perform, then they bring me back now as a surprising guy who would MC a part of the show, because from that I also used to do imitations and imitate.
Is there anything you didn't do, Tommy?
Yeah, I imitate Buster and Norman Manley and Father Rabbi Hooker and all kind of guys. Yeah.
So you were like a comedian then?
In a sense. In a sense. Yeah. So, and of course, always do like the history on the artists, and they love that. The introductions to say the artists. I would say, you know who this is, Dennis Brown, even just in a conversation. Right. This man started singing and he was on a beat box, you know. And he did this before that one did that, and he did this. Why? You understand the man here?
But the phrase now, yes indeed.
Yeah.
How did you coin that phrase? Why and how? Who?
I think Third World coined it for me now. What was happening? Like I said, I was on that Sunsplash tour.
Yeah, I remember, yes.
And I've been on Sunsplash tour, you know, Jamaica. Reggae is a musical vibe going to the four corners of the world with the hope that through this music we may unite the people of all race, all class, all color, all creed, all religion. Uniting the world through music. This is a Reggae Sunsplash. And so I would use that thing, yes indeed, after naming the facts about an artist. Right. And then one evening coming back on the bus. So Bunny Ruggs kept saying, da, 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 yes indeed, and everybody laughed. And da, 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 yes indeed, and everybody laughed. And I said, so what's the joke here? The man said, 21 times. You used the word, yes indeed.
Are you conscious of it?
No, wasn't conscious of it.
So were you surprised, or did you, were you surprised that then this little phrase, yes indeed, just blew up and became your identity in so many ways?
Yes, I mean, and I'm thankful. I said God gave me 2 words, because in Japan, you know, I would walk out in front of 60,000 people and I hear, "Hi Honto! Hi Honto!" And every year I would go to Japan and they would change the artist, but the Hi Honto man would have to come. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
And so everywhere I go, before I even say yes indeed, as a matter of fact, Steel Pulse had it on their thing, and one night it kind of they recorded me saying it. And then one day, and I was kind of what happened to me there? Because when did I say that? Because they played it. They played the sample. As I walk out, they said, yes indeed. And I said, something gone wrong with my head. Because I've never heard that before. Anybody are sampling, you know?
That's all, you know, it has get to that iconic stage where they can sample it. It's a phrase. Have you registered, copyrighted it?
I don't think I'm able to.
Oh, you can.
I don't know. Yeah.
But that's you. Anywhere in the world people go and hear that, it's now.
Yeah, you know, somebody said, you know, people have always said, why don't you register? Don't you hear the guy register every time they say, it's ready to rumble?
You're right. There you go. No, you of all the things you have done, you've constantly been producing songs. I just got Ross Michael, the VP re-released the album. I didn't know you were involved with that. Yeah. Ross Michael and the Sons of Negus.
Oh yeah, I did all of Ross Michael hit songs. Not all of Ross Michael songs, but hit songs. None of Jaja Children No Cry, Birds in the Treetop, A New Name Jagat, and It's Terrible.
Oh my goodness.
All of those, yeah.
I remember about 3 years ago when I did the top 100 songs of the year, whatever year it was. And I have some song on Jaguar label, and it was credited to Byron Lee. And you had called me. You had called me to ask me to make correction, because actually, Clinton, it was me. And I have to go through the link.
Cherry Baby.
Cherry Baby was what?
My production, yeah.
So why didn't you get credit then? What was the problem with that? Because you did the album Love of the Common People.
Right.
Was that your album?
Yes. Living on free food ticket.
So most of the Eric Donald songs at the time.
Yes.
That you were assigned his producer, or how did that go?
Well, I did that album with him. You know, I did Cherry Baby. I did Love of the Common People. I did Blue Boot.
What? Yeah, you called me.
Yeah,
I have to go through the list.
And there's some, yeah.
Was there a reason? And I
As
know.
a matter of fact, Roger Lewis was telling some folks up to a couple of days ago, yes, because remember, Inner Circle was my band.
Yes.
And Roger had to remind these guys, say, people put their names on my songs.
But was there a reason for that back then?
I don't know, you know. In those days, I credited people who helped me. So, for instance, I was working with Byron Lee. So I would put like on Cherry Baby, produced by T. Cowan and B. Lee.
B. Lee.
And then Bunny Lee says in them.
And that, we got caught up in that too, because some song credited to Bunny Lee.
But
it's not really Bunny Lee. So are you now able to rectify and clear and
we tried to clear them, but you know, I didn't actually
it's very important,
that ego part of me is
it's
not really,
ego, it's business.
You know,
it's not,
business, yeah.
It's business.
Yeah.
Because when a record can go out and say B. Lee and it's not really no B. Lee.
Yeah, I credited him because he gave us the facility to do it. But he wasn't even in the studio.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Yeah. You know, before anything else, I'm going to remind you of this. You know, you and I have been back and forth. I was in Jamaica maybe 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I had an apartment in New Kingston. And I went to the supermarket. And I was walking in the aisle. You were coming towards me. You were on the phone. And we were just about to meet each other. I was like almost to stretch out my hand to, hey, Tommy. And then Tommy just walked past me. And I'm like, Tommy? You know, what did I do? And the next thing you know, about 6 feet away, you stop. And you turn around. Clinton? What was happening with it? You know, you were on the phone, you were so caught up with the conversation. I'm like, you just passed me and then you stop. And you turn around and I'm like, yes, Tommy, it's me. And you apologize. And
yeah, I guess we allowed one of those.
Yeah, one of those moments. So now, what did you? By the way, congratulations in your in Naomi's success. You and Carlene have really done a good job with her. What do you have up your sleeve? Is there anything else you want to do? You have done it all. You're a promoter. You know, you manager. You managed Dennis Brown for a while. Did you manage? Yes,
I managed Dennis Brown. Remember, I worked with Bob Marley. I worked with Peter Tosh. I mean, I had put out to my agency and my distribution songs like Legalize It, Babylon Queendom. I had put out Black Heart Man with Bunny Wailer.
Wow.
I worked at Bob Marley as
the
marketing manager. I went to Africa with him. I toured Europe with him.
But is there anything else that you want to do, Tommy? Is there anything else left for you to do?
Well, you know, I do what we call Fun in the Sun.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And Fun in the Sun.
It's an annual gospel concert that is done in Jamaica. No, you're doing this
in the Caribbean.
Yes.
But what I would like to do is to be part of that movement that has our music back into where it has that humanitarian content to move our people in a direction where we can lessen or get rid of things like murder. You know, we want a better time because, like I was talking to my brethren about it, music, he says, he just taught me something today that
Marlon Burrell.
Yeah, man.
Walking encyclopedia.
Yeah, man. Marlon taught me today that when people play music, use both sides of their brains. And music itself, muse, the word muse means to think.
Yeah.
And if we can use, if I can have a vision, and that vision will help to have a new world because of our music, that is what I'd love to do.
Oh, wow.
You know, Cardin was talking about the music that we do.
Right.
We have a home studio, so we are able to continue doing music. That's why You're not going to hear
We're
the end
not
of Carlin.
going to hear the end of you.
No, because we keep creating and
Let me ask
I
you.
want to come to Florida with Fun in the Sun.
And I asked Carlin in her segment, when people refer to you as a living legend, what gives? How do you feel about that?
I think I'm thankful because I think what they're saying to it, that we recognize the contribution you have made,
Right.
then we understand that this thing is not of ourselves. You see, anything we get to us, God said, I'll get it to you if I can get it through you.
Right.
And then so you're probably doing something right.
Right.
But it's not about ourselves. It's all about what we can pass on.
Right.
Pass it on. And, that's what we are here for.
You have been honored by the Jamaican government how many times? You have been honored so many times. You got an OD.
Yes.
What else have you got?
I don't know. I've gotten a gold medal from Siaga. I've gotten the Reggae Icon Award.
Right.
I've got several best
I can just,
MC
especially
producer.
abroad, you get a lot of awards and trophies.
Yeah.
Do you have a place at your home where you keep all of them?
Do we? I think we have them. We have them.
Right.
You know?
What do you want to see, other than what you just spoke about, but in terms of where do you see Tommy Cowan in 5 years?
In 5 years, like in 5 years, what I see of Tommy Cowan is more of, like I say, what my successors would be. The persons who have passed on the knowledge. I'm seeing them blossom in their own right.
Yeah.
I see people like my daughter Naomi really contributing positively towards the upliftment of mankind.
Yes, yeah.
I see my son Nathan, who's
good manager too.
Yeah, he's taking Steel Pulse on tour right now. He starts a new tour on Wednesday with them in the United States.
Right.
You know, I see people coming to know the Lord through Fun in the Sun and multiplication of that. You know, we have a thing that's called peer evangelism, where we have already trained over 10,000 young people in peer evangelism.
That is nice.
I see, you talk about things. I see the
you
farmers.
have your plate full for the next 5 years.
We're playing a very important role now.
That's
in
nice.
Future in agriculture.
That is nice.
Yeah, we have a program coming up called Harvest. And look out for Harvest and what we're going to be doing in that area.
No, and as you know, when you have the new tune by Naomi, by Carlin, or anybody you can always pass it on. And you have my digits, my email, everything to send. And all I can say, God bless you, and just keep on doing what you're doing, brethren.
Well, thank you so much, because you have also played your part, and I also wish for you all the best, and that the people, young people especially looking on, will see that Clinton Lindsay is really a man who has been so positive in whatever he has done for the music, because we understand that there's a world out there and a better world to come. And if we do the right thing, nobody can stop us. You do good, you get a blessing. You do bad, you get a beating. Pick your pick.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Mr. Cowan, thanks for taking time out, because I know you're very in demand, and I know you're rushing back to Jamaica to continue your work. So thank you for passing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Bless indeed. You get a blessing now, It's a bless indeed. Yeah.
Okay, so really a good talk. We could talk some more, but time is of essence. Again, we want to thank Tommy Cowan for passing through. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, more right here on Reflections with Clinton Lindsay.
This is Nigel Blair from BMG Tax and Accounting Services. Whether you're a small business owner, a manager at a medium-sized corporation, or a self-employed freelancer, the team at BMG Tax and Accounting Services is here for you. We offer comprehensive bookkeeping and tax services designed to keep your finances in check. Keeping track of your finances takes a fair amount of time, energy, and patience, and you probably have a lot of other things on your plate. So don't struggle to keep up with all that number crunching and paperwork. Our bookkeeping services are designed to make your life easier so you can focus on what you do best. At BMG, we're dedicated to client satisfaction and we're prepared to go the extra miles to earn your business and trust. We pride ourselves on attention to detail in all that we do, and we're ready to put our skills and knowledge to work for you. For more information about our services or to schedule a consultation,
come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancehall used to warm, sir. When Clint and Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir.
All right, welcome back. And what we're going to do next now, we're going to take a look at the South Florida Top 25 chart with the one and only TC.
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. It's great to be outdoors and, of course, doing the countdown. There's something about the nature on the outside, especially when fishing, something that calms the nerves. Now, what complements this is when you're doing the South Florida Top 25 Most Played Song, which is compiled by veteran broadcaster, Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Now, while I'm fishing, you and I both can take a look at these 25 most played songs.
Checking in at number 25 this week, it's Valley by Richard Stevens. Its peak position was number 2 on the chart. Coming in at number 24, You Make Me Feel Brand New by the Legends, Leroy Sibbles and Marcia Griffiths. Its peak position was number 1. Checking in at number 23 this week, it is No Secret by Derek Scott. Number 22, 10 Million by Ricky General. This one is a brand new entry. Number 21, These Arms by Ginger. Checking in at number 20 this week, I Need You, Audley Rowland. Number 19, Cornerstone by the Marley Brothers. This song, peak position on the chart, was number 2. Coming in at number 18 this week, Jah Is In My Corner by Black I Am with Kabaka Pyramid. Number 17 this week, Leave the Door Open by Anthony Cruz. Number 16, Bad For Me, Sophia Brown. Number 15 this week, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood by Sidella Marley. Number 14, Change by Skip Marley. Number 13 this week on the chart, Turn Up the Music by Anthony B. Number 12, Cover Me Jah by West Rock. Number 11 this week on the chart, The Wranglin' with Dean Fraser, Ernie Wranglin', and Big Youth. And now, here's a synopsis of the 10 most played songs on the South Florida Top 25 Reggae Chart. This song has been in the chart for 6 weeks. Last week it checked in at number 12, moved 2 places up the chart to be your number 10 song this week. It's Queen by Nadine Sutherland.
Queen, they now see your crown. They don't know half what went down. You earn every diamond of your head.
Last week, this song checked in at the number 11 spot, moved 2 places up the chart to be your number 9 song this week. It's So I Can Love You by Novelty. Last week, this song registered as your number 4 song, moved 4 places down the chart to be your number 8 song this week. It's See You in Your Arms, the remix by Kashif Lindo on the Everbeat Records label.
Since I went my way, all I've been seeing are some rainy days, no sunshine, and I'm not too proud to say I hurt you, girl. Now it's weighing heavy on my mind. Oh yeah.
After checking in at number 3 last week, it moved 4 places down the chart to be your number 7 song this week. I'm talking about Import Corruption by Paul Elliott on the Stronger Productions record label. When you talk about being stronger together, we talk about this song here that checked in last week at number 10, moved 4 places up the chart to be your number 6 song this week. It is Diamond in the Sun by Tanya Stevens, Sidella Marley, and Diana King on the Todd's record label.
She just sits there crying. Nobody hears her though. And her hope, it isn't dying. No, she gave up on it years ago.
After spending 11 weeks on the chart, last week it checked in at number 6, moved 1 place up the chart to be your number 5 song this week. It's Al Anthony with Get Up and Dance on the Working Class Music record label.
I see you sitting there all night with your beautiful eyes shining so bright, listening to the beat that sounds so sweet. Would you mind if I sit beside you?
This song is a chart topper. After being on the chart for 8 weeks, last week it checked in at number 7, moved 3 places up the chart to be your number 4 song this week. It is Shaggy with Minano on the Ranch record label. After spending 14 weeks on the chart last week, this song topped up to number 2, moved 1 place down the chart to be your number 3 song this week. It's Sugar with Dear Mr. Government on the Penthouse record label.
Hello, Mr. Government. This is a call from the ghetto. Please don't forget, say poor people elect you. Things down here is not so great, but we are try hold the faith with we empty plates.
After spending 1 month at the number 1 spot, this song has retired last week as your number 1. This week, it moved 1 place down the chart to be your number 2 song. It is TikTok, I'm Coming by Ezron on the Todd's record label. And now, here is your new number 1 song on the South Florida Top 25 Reggae Chart. After spending 10 weeks on the chart last week, this song registered at the number 5 spot. It takes a big leap to become your number 1 song this week. I'm talking about Empress Unique with a song entitled Sweet Vibration on the Working Class Music record label.
Music is a sweet vibration. It's the music right now that's healing our nation. In spite of all situations.
Hi, guys. I would like to extend a quick thank you to Mr. Clinton Lindsay, all my fans and supporters, podcasters, radio personalities, each and everyone that helped to support my song, Sweet Vibrations, to get it to #1 on the Clinton Lindsay South Florida Music Chart. Thank you, guys. Much love. Empress Unique.
There you have it. A brand new #1 this week on the South Florida Top 25 Most Played Songs. It's Empress Unique with Sweet Vibration. Of course, the vibration is very sweet when you have the #1 song in South Florida for the first time. Congratulations, Empress Unique. And of course, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you to keep her at the #1 spot. All right? So keep it locked. We'll be right back with the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Music Countdown right here on the Outdoors of Reflection.
Okay, guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to...
Hey, welcome back. It's now time to take a look at the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Most Played Song in all the boroughs of New York City, which is compiled by veteran broadcaster Mr. Clinton Lindsay. So while we all sit and watch and listen to these 30 songs, I'm going to see if I have some luck today in catching at least 30 fishes.
Checking in at number 30 this week, a brand new entry to the chart. It's Collie Weed by the ATF Band. Number 29, another brand new entry, Original Rhythm by the Foundation featuring Israel Foundation and the Abyssinians. Number 28, Trouble on the Dance Floor, Rock River. Number 27 this week, I Care About You by Xanadu. Number 26, Skank by Warrior King. 25 this week on the chart is Queen by Nadine Sutherland. Number 24, this song peak position was #1 for 4 weeks. It's Valley by Richie Stevens. Number 23, You Make Me Feel Brand New by Leroy Sibbles and Marcia Griffiths. Its peak position on this chart was number 3. Number 22 this week, 10 Million by Ricky General. Number 21, Eel and Blaze by Andrew Bees. Number 20, My Mission is Possible by Tosh. Number 19 this week, So I Can Love You by Novelty. Number 18, The Wrangling featuring Dean Fraser, Ernie Wrangling, and Big Youth. Number 17, When You Love by Lukie D. Number 16 this week on the chart, Attention Seeker by Bonnie Lai Lai. Number 15, Ja is in My Corner by Black I Am with Kabaka Pyramid. Number 14 this week, It Is No Secret by Derek Scott. Number 13, Bad For Me with Sophia Brown. Number 12 this week on the chart, She's Taken Already by Philip Fraser and Scaramouche. Number 11, Diamonds in the Sun by Tanya Stevens, Cedella Morley, and Diana King. And now, here's a look at the top 10 most played song on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Reggae Chart Countdown. After being on the chart for 7 weeks, this song checked in last week at number 11. Move 1 place up the chart to be your number 10 song this week. It is Baby, Don't Do It, Now I Know by Glenn Washington.
Now I know that you're not smart. How you said goodbye and now you will say, baby, don't do it. Don't break your own heart. Even though I give you another chance. Oh, girl.
This next song has been in the chart for only 10 weeks. Last week it checked in at number 10. Move one place up the chart to be your number 9 song this week. It's I'm Happy by Mira Isaac.
I've been waiting for your love, my love. Get done waiting for your love, my love. Thank you, Lord, for sending love to me. I'm so blessed. I'm feeling so complete.
Last week, this song checked in at the number 9 spot, moved one place up the chart to be your number 8 song this week. It's Forever Young by Timmy Love on the Bootcamp Records label.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
After spending 16 weeks on the chart, this song topped in at number 1 for 2 weeks. Last week it checked in at the number 6 spot, moved one place down the chart to be your number 7 song this week. I'm talking about Cornerstone by the Marley Brothers on the Ghetto Youths International record label. Last week, this next song, as checked in at the number 3 spot, moved 3 places down the chart to be your number 6 song this week. It is Import Corruption by Paul Elliott on the Stronger Productions record label.
Import corruption, corruption. Import corruption, corruption. Gonna shop it a word and food. Make the little you get my axe road.
After spending 16 weeks on the chart, this song was your number 1 song last week. It stayed there for 2 weeks. Now it has moved 4 places down the chart to be your number 5 song this week. It is Dear Mr. Government by Sugar on the Penthouse record label.
Argument done. Hello, Mr. Government. This is a call from the ghetto. Please don't forget, say poor people elect you. Things down here is not so great, but we are try hold their feet with empty plates.
This song has been in the chart for 6 weeks. Last week it checked in at number 8, moving 4 places up the chart to be your number 4 song this week. It's Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood by Cedella Marley on the Ghetto Youth International record label.
I'm just a soul, my intentions are good, so good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Last week, this song checked in at the number 5 spot, moved 2 places up the chart to be your number 3 song this week. It's My Brethren, Make It Easy on Yourself by Donna V on the V-Pal Music record label.
Fighting your brothers every day. Yes, man. No sense at all.
Last week, this was your number 4 song. This week, it has moved 2 places up the chart to be your number 2 song. It is Turn Up the Music by Anthony B on the Massive B record label.
Down, so turn it up, my selector, not turn down the sound. Turn up the music, turn up the music. To all the dance all nice, me have to skip another round. Turn up the music.
And now, here is your number one song for this week on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Reggae Music Chart Countdown. After spending 10 weeks on the chart, last week this song checked in at the number 2 spot, move one place up to be your number 1. This week is Shaggy with Minano on the Ranch record label.
Wait. I think I catch something here, man. Wait. That's it? I don't know. I thought I caught something big. Hold on. Maybe you have caught something big. A brand new number 1 by Shaggy. Minano. Right here on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Music Countdown. Congratulations, Shaggy. You have the number 1 song in New York City. Hey. What kind of worry about this, you know? Minano. For real. That's it? That's it? Minano. I'm worried. I guess that's it. Thank you, Mr. Clinton Lindsay. And of course, thanks to you for submitting, subscribing, and of course, continue to request these songs for them to be your number 1. Don't forget to join Mr. Lindsay right here on Reflection. It's flexfm.online and of course, Clinton Lindsay Official on YouTube. I'm a little bit worried about this catch today, for real. I'll see you next week. I'll keep reflecting on what I almost caught. But nevertheless, you guys have caught the number 1 song today. Shaggy, Minano.
Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancehall used to warm, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them go on, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists, none of them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out no for water. To reggae artists round the world and from Jamaica. New York City where him used to